Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Darcy Smith's Adventures with Mixed Media, where even though she's been making videos for almost 6 years now, she doesn't understand how pause works. So I'm starting over. Um, this is day 2 of Dephemerember, and if I had the list, I would show it to you, but I don't. But okay, today's prompt is floating pocket and bold numbers. So I made one already. And what is a floating pocket? It is a pocket that doesn't get glued down. That's all. You can attach it to a page any way you'd like. You can use a paper clip, one of these weird clippy things, or a bulldog clip. I had a bulldog clip a minute ago, but do you think it's still here? No. And, oh, here it is. It's my favorite ways with a bulldog clip, So if you want to have a dangle hanging off there, you can. You don't have to, but that makes for a nice floating pocket. I just used basically I've gone through my stack of paper, my basket of paper from my subscribers, and grabbed out any that are kind of strong enough to be pockets without me having to do much to them. But also, some of them are a little bit on the crooked side. I'm not against crooked. Sometimes I will make crooked things on purpose, but also sometimes you would like something straight somewhere. You know what I mean? I like my paper straight sometimes, but my friends can go either way. All right. So I'm kind of doing it like this so that I can have a side pocket as well, kind of like what I did on this one. But I do want to cover this little piece here. I think would be a fun thing to... Oh, that's cool too. How do you do when both sides are cool? I don't know. What do you do? I think that might be fun on there. Was doing something else but on there, but now it's going to be this. It's gonna be me. I had glue a minute ago. Do I dare pause? Because you know what could happen when I pause. I might not pause at the right time. Also, I don't want to do a lot of editing though. It was there. It was right in front of my face. I hate when I can't find things that are like right there. And if I just looked right there, I would have found them. You know what I'm saying? All right, so this is just going to cover that white spot, that white part on there, and trim it off. Trim it, just trim it. Your floating pockets can be any size you want. I mean, they could be as large as the page you're putting them on if you want them to be. And they can go this direction or they can go this direction. It really doesn't matter. Do I want to ink this first? I might. I don't need to ink the inside because I'm gluing it. Oh my word. My brain. And I'm just going to glue these two sides, and that will be one pocket. And for floating pockets, you kind of want to have it pretty on both sides because that's the whole point, is you're not gluing it down. So you can do whatever you like. I think I would like for this to be over here. I'm thinking. There's orange and red. Who likes orange and red? I know there's people out there that do like orange and red because they're always asking for that. All right. Right about there, give or take. That's all right. That's all right. Is it better that way? Put it over there. Maybe I'll put it over here as a tuck spot. If you like an organic shaped pocket, go for it. That's more of a tuck spot, but one of them, you can do tuck. Barbara said if you don't like one of the prompts, you can do what you want. This is all just for inspiration to get you crafting and creating and in your happy place during one of the most stressful times of the year, if you're able to. I know not everybody has time for this. Also, there's, both Barbara and Louisa say, do it when you can. If you can't do it till January, then don't do it till January. It's all good in the neighborhood. I want to trim that off without cutting the fold. So I think I said all the scraps that I'm using came in Happy Mail from my beautiful, wonderful subscribers. And so there is quite an eclectic collection. Ooh, this could be fun to use on here somewhere. I always want to use little bits of zipper sometimes. The idea to use pieces of zipper comes from Michelle of, what is it called? Padded Heart Company. She uses them on her padded hearts, and I always thought they were really cool. Let's just go ahead and get that to the edge there. And that might be good there. All right, pocket goes this way, so I need to pay attention. And there we go. And glue that down. Little tuck spot on the pocket. I'm not using cards. Like, some of this is cardstock and some is just like a heavy, like probably 32-pound paper, if I were to guess. That would be my guess. All right, we're just going to trim that off because I'm going to trim it off. That's why, because I just am. There we go. I did not ink it first. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. I kind of want it inked, though. It is a little bit darker. That orange is a little bit darker than what's behind it, but I also want to be able to see that. All right, and then when you're ready to put it in a journal, you can decorate it then. Right now, if I had been smart, I would have folded this over and given myself a little bit more stability in this pocket here where this goes, but that's okay. So that's another floating pocket, and there's this floating pocket, and where's the other one? I'd already made one without you guys. Well, it was with you guys, but without you guys because, yeah. Because I don't know how pause works, apparently. Oh, here it is. I just did that one around the side. But I have another index card, so we can do that again. In fact, we can use the leftover piece, maybe. If we have enough. Okay, it would just be like a tiny text spot, but then more of the numbers would show. And I want to tear that in the middle and just put one on each side. I could do even, well, I don't want to lose those numbers too much because that's part of the bold numbers. So if you use flashcards as your base, then you've got your bold numbers already there. And if you don't, well, then you can just come back in with your stamp in the blue that you had like 10 seconds ago. Oh my word. I annoy myself more than anybody else. All right, how about this green instead? This green mixed with whatever blue is on here will make turquoise probably. Will it match? No. Do we need to test it? No. We're just gonna see. Look, I didn't test it and it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's actually multicolored and I like that even better. You do the same thing on both sides, or I could even choose to do something else on this side. This stamp, by the way, you might have seen Barbara using it. It is a nested circle from PM Artist Studio. And then for my bold numbers, which I already have bold numbers here, but I still want to add some of these bold numbers, I think. How bold do we want to go? Well, since those are very bold, I think we'll do a lighter bold on here. Just gonna. The reason it's not that color is because I used the burgundy, the Chianti before, so it's still on there. But it gives an interesting contrast, so I'm not upset about it. And the green is just wetting it to make it. It's just bringing out more of the burgundy. But so there we go. Got some numbers on the pocket. numbers in the background, bold numbers, and some numbers on that pocket. Oh, this white can do anything I want. I don't want to do orange again. I'm just going to take some of this ink, which is like super speckled egg, and it barely has any pigment in it at all, but I'm just going to try to get it just right on that white part so that it's not quite so in your face white. That's all. Would have been easier to do before I glued it down, but I didn't, so I'm just going to do it like this. See? Interesting. Well, hides it more, but when it dries, it'll be fun. It'll be cool. So, floating pocket. Let's do some more. Oh, we don't have bold numbers on this one yet. It's not quite the same red that's on there. That's all right. And I'm going to go up the side on this one. Bold numbers. It can be as simple as that. Also, I pulled out some little pieces like this. You know, if I wanted to put those on there, I can. For now, though, that's fine. All right, we have another one of these with the bold. Maybe do a different paper this time. The blue on one side and green on the other side. And turquoise is like in between that. Or you do that. That might be fun. I like a torn pocket. What can I tell you? What can I say? I like a torn pocket and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny. Sometimes a double torn pocket is also nice. So if you wanted to add more color to this, you could just by putting on, why not? This paper is kind of a lot thinner though, so I'm not sure that that was a good call, but also not very strong. Not a lot of contrast. It's not as, if you want contrast, I'll give you contrast. I'll give you contrast. You don't have to ink. That's totally optional. Personal preference. That's the word I want. Preference. So I've only watched Barbara so far for the day one. I still need to go and watch Luise and see who else. I know, oh, I did watch Patty, the Mumbling Crafter. She had also done her day for today. And it's just making pockets, but making it on both sides so it can float in your journal and go wherever you want. Now, if you're not sure if you want it to be a floating pocket or you're not a fan of floating pockets, just make a pocket that you can glue down in your journal later. It's fine. You do you, boo. You do what makes you happy. That's what Barbara says too. I'm sure that Luise does too, but like I said, I've only watched Barbara for day one so far. After this video, I'll go watch Luise. In fact, if you're not sure if you want floating pockets, you can just do the one-sided pocket, and then maybe later, if you decide you want a floating pocket, add the pocket to the other side. It's all good in the neighborhood. There we go. High contrast. Sometimes high contrast is just fun. Where's blue? That is, see, this just keeps stamping and keeps going for a while. So if you want to get that ink off, you're probably going to have to clean it, but that's all right. I was thinking about doing gel plate printing and doing bold numbers with that, but my shoulder still hurts from gel plating yesterday, so that would not be a great idea. What about this side? Ooh, I like that. Let's see, I think this one, I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to have this be a little notch for the pocket. Because why not? What the stencil did. We don't need it in the middle. I actually don't mind it being off to the side like that. I'm going to come right about here, I think. Didn't need it quite as long as that either, so kind of round this edge a little bit. How are we looking? Oh, see, I like that dark side over there, which puts my notch way over to the side, which is fine. It's fine. No, I'll just put it. I'll just cut off whatever I don't need. I'm just gonna put my glue right here. How tall does it need to go? To about there. Okay. And then I'll trim off whatever I don't need. So, how are you enjoying Dephemerember so far? I know it's only day 2. I'm asking a little soon, aren't I? I think my son's home from work. Should go say hi to him. Ooh, do we want that to come over in here? Kinda do. But not quite so precisionally. Probably won't stay down now as I took off so much of it. Let's go out. All right, let's grab some. Let's do the orange. I know we have pink on the other side. Not orange, but it's fine. I'm just going to add that to the edge there and let it dry, and then I'll glue it down in a little bit, and hopefully it will stay down when I glue it down, but probably need to let it dry. Oh, see, there's some orange in there. See, the orange made sense. Made more sense than I realized. I probably should glue here a little bit, because otherwise things will fall. It's a floating pocket. You need things to be held in. So maybe doing peck spots on a floating pocket is not the best idea, but I don't care. Here, we'll go ahead. Just have to put skinnier tags in these. You could even do a floating belly band. You could do, instead of putting a pocket, you could put a little belly band across the edge. Well, I said I shouldn't do this while it's wet, but I don't listen to myself. Do as I say, not as I do. That little pop of blue down there makes me happy because of the blue. See, and I wouldn't have to do anything else to that if I didn't want to, but of course I want to. Bold numbers, except for these are not as bold because they're like the ghost of the ghost of the ghost print. I don't want to cover that. I like that. I don't want more numbers up here though. Do I want to use this again? Sure, why not? I'm going to use whatever's on there, really. Which is very, oh, see, I love it. I love the multicoloredness of it. That makes me happy. So all you people cleaning your stamps every time, you're missing out. You're also getting what you're expecting. I'm good with the unexpected. I don't mind it at all. Just a little number here and there. There we go. All right, there's another floating pocket. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I feel like I'm missing one, but maybe not. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. Should we do a neutral one? Because that has not been in our wheelhouse so far today, has it? That's because people sent me all this non-neutral stuff. Ooh, I also had this little round bit, which is part of a swap, and I thought that would make kind of a fun pocket on a floating pocket. I also have this little piece, which is a little wide. It would stick off the page. Let's see, where's the cutter? But I like it because it's, you know, heavy duty, and well, I wouldn't have that be a floating pocket though. I would just have it be a regular pocket. So we'll forget about that for a minute. I said neutral. See, people send me all their very bright, howsy wowsy stuff. There is not a lot of neutral. Oh, here's some gold. That might be fun. With this. I mean, I don't want to cover up too much of that, but all right, let's find a base. It's all about that base. About that base. Oh, travel. What's this? This is a larger piece. Okay. You can use your paper cutter if you want your sides to be straight, which I may come back in and use a paper cutter. We'll see. When I fold this and, ooh, see, I don't know. which side. And I'm going to do like this so we can still have some of that inside showing. Ooh, and which way do I want it to go? I don't know, but I kind of want to, I know this is probably hurting your eyes. Kind of want to follow the kind of follow, but not. I don't want it to be, I don't know what I want it to be. I'm not using the right scissors. It would be better if I use my precision scissors. I don't know where those are. So there's that. All right, cut it there. Cut down there. And it might go down a little bit again. And cut up there. And cut down there. And just cut back up there. I don't know. Just thought it might be fun to do that as a pocket. You know what I'm saying? Do I want it to have the rounded edge? Well, I can. Just around the edge of the pocket too, maybe. And maybe I want it to do that. Now I'm wondering, like for a floating, oh no, because I want that side to show. I was just wondering if I would want to put it around a page, you know, like that. But then I would lose that unless I did this. That I could do. So this makes it not a floating pocket, but I don't use a lot of floating pockets. So I'm changing things up and I am making it a around the page pocket just because I want to. Because I made some floating pockets. Now I'm moving on to an around the page pocket because that's what I want to do. So it'll be floating until I glue it down, which then it won't be floating. So then it won't be a floating pocket, but that's fine. I'll still use the bold numbers. And then on this side, I will add this pocket to that side. So then it'll go on the page like this and have that fun pocket there. I may even have that stick off just a little bit. And this side tuck here. I think that's fun. All right, yep, I'm doing it. And I'll add some bold numbers too. All right, I'm gonna come in a little bit on this side because it's gonna hang off the edge a little bit. There we go. Yeah, there's a smell emitting from my son's room. My husband thought it was some of his stuff. I'm like, no, that's what the carpet starts to smell like after a while. If we don't, because there was once a leak, so if it gets wet, it just starts smelling. So I closed his door and opened his window and probably need to steam clean that part of the rug. I don't know if it's still wet or not. There we go. That's a really cute pocket. I like that. And that'll get glued down. That's not a floating one. In fact, I might not even put, well, no, I can put bold numbers on this side. I'll do that. In brown. Where's my Carrie the Crafter, aka Carrie Griffiths, aka Carrie the Crafter. That is who designed this stamp. I think he used a font that his grandfather had designed back in, was it World War II? I don't know, one of the wars or something. See? I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Goes this way. That's why I like these numbers too. They go all directions, so I don't have to worry about getting it upside right the first try. Could even be like go over a page if I wanted it to. And I could even just, you know, clip it so that it could be a side tuck here, and up tuck here, and up tuck here, and a little pocket up here. If you want, I mean, you can do it anywhere, you know. And you could even have it be, go on a page with a clip. You know, you don't have to glue it on the page. You could just clip it onto a page. So that would make it a floating pocket. So it has options. Anything else? You want to do more orange? Yellow. This is a nice solid piece. It does not need to be more than 5.5 inches though. All right, which brings it inside this. Although that could be written on. Still probably be a little bit big. Friends show up for the good, the bad, and the really, really boring. I hope it's not really boring. Do I have any? I do have some pink in here. Let's see. I think I might even just cut out this. Oh, I had that circle to use too, didn't I? I mean, I could use a whole circle punch to get it perfectly circle, but I don't need perfect. I don't need perfect in my life. Do you need perfect in your life? No, you don't. Perfect is overrated. Okay, just gonna, oh, probably overlap it somewhere. Okay, now I'm gonna have the other problem where I couldn't find anything that kind of went with that color before. Oh, that could work. That's a lot of stripes though. Maybe not the stripy side. Hello, love. Best of friends. Why can't we be friends? Love this. Why can't we be friends? Pull that out for a minute from now. I don't know. I think that might be kind of fun. I'm just going to glue those on because I just feel like it. Whoops. She says she makes a mess of it. I'm not putting glue on the ends that are going to be hanging off because I don't need that in my life. Could have got a little more dimension probably if I had inked them, but that's fine too. All right, I'm going to glue this down. Be a little side pocket probably. Some kind of pocket. And could even come on this side, make another side pocket over here, doing other stuff to it. Because why not? That'd be another way to do a fun little pocket. Just wondering. I don't know. Any other pieces here that have shapes I can cut out? Not that I need to do it the same way on both sides, but oh, this has got circles. What's for me? More silvery. Because why not? Get a not quite complete one down here, but a little bit more complete than the other one. And we'll come around this one. Because why not? I think whoever made this must have done some stamps on the gel plate, which is fun. Careful how you do your circles. That's all I'm saying. All right, I'm going to cut this one. And then this one can just kind of tuck underneath. And I just that side over here. Sure, why not? Basically where they're going. Inside that space there. For the most part. This one goes in the bottom layer. Not on the bottom of the card, but bottom layer. So that's fun. And if you're wondering what I will do with these pieces, I am going to be making a Happy Meal journal to put all the lovely things that my subscribers have sent me. I might have to make more than one. And so it will incorporate some of these fun pieces. Try to do that without bending. All right, so got a pocket on this side, pocket on this side, and you can put it in your journal. I would probably, with this one, I would probably use a paper clip and clip it like on the bottom or the top like this. And just have the little things in here like this. In fact, these are perfect size, aren't they? Oh my goodness, pick up one thing. One thing you're trying to pick up, lady. But I'd rather it be this way. So, side tuck there. Side pocket there. Super cute. All right, I like that. I saw this one, and I definitely want to do something. This is, you know, more my color palette. Just saying. Nothing against the other pieces, but I like this one. Ooh, and it's like on a vintage, even that part has some good aging on it, which is kind of cool. So, what if we come in like this, maybe? No, don't want to cover that up though, which is why it would be a floating pocket. It's thick though, that's the only thing. I'm going to cut off this top bit, which doesn't have any paint on it. And I think I'll cut off this part. I could use these somewhere else. Where? I don't know. But they have like that, you know, you could tell it's vintage index card, which is cool. How many more folds can we put in here? Tons, probably. All right. So this one is going to be a side pocket and a top pocket, but I don't want to cover it, you know, anything else. So I'm going to glue down here and glue that down like that. And I'm going to glue down here. You notice I didn't glue up the side because that's where the side pocket comes in. Oh, but hold on. I am going to have to figure out how to get it to attach at least up here and down here. So I'm gluing the top and bottom here so that it'll hold down. It needs to hold down. And because this is not art glitter glue, it takes a minute to dry. Am I worried about those creases? No. I mean, I could always just bend it in more places, but, and I did that at the bottom. So this is the top. And I might want to do a circle punch at the top to give it a notch so that I know that it's a pocket up there. There we go. That works for me. And if I don't love that bit, I could just cover it up with that if I wanted to, or something, maybe even just some book page. Some book page will work. And then straight across the top. You want this? All right, come on, lady. That's where it's beveled. Okay. Just gonna glue that in there like that. She says, you know, if she can find her glue. Does she always talk in third person? No, she hardly ever does, unless she's starting to get annoyed with herself. Then she might. Just kind of wanted to cover up where that, are we still able to get into that pocket? Yes. Okay. So there we go. So we have a pocket here and we have a little side pocket tuck spot there. And I think that is all I'm making for today. I'm trying to keep these videos fairly short because, you know, I got to make a lot of them because I'm going out of town on the 17th and I'm not going to be able to video while I'm out of town. So there is no guarantee that I will have a video for every day. But I sure am going to try my darndest. I'm trying to think if I have to work this week or not. I mean, I probably should work this week. Okay. And I got to find the cover for this glue, so I'm leaving it there so I don't forget. Because I think I need to be done for today. So we have this pocket on this side, pocket on that side. Oh, I haven't done any numbers on this one yet, have I? Bold numbers. Let's just right up the center there, I think. Where'd the brown go? How now, brown cow? Oh, and where the, actually here, I'm just going to go across there and across there, I think. Maybe at the bottom. Oh, actually, I don't mind it. I'm not upset about that. I kind of think they kind of look cool in the background like that. I mean, they're not quite as bold throughout there, but it looks really cool. It's just subtle. So subtle, it's a secret. Let's do it over here too. Even more subtle. If it wasn't so thick, I probably would have come around the bottom to have a lip on the bottom there, but it's fine like that. So we got a floating pocket like this, got a pocket up here, got a little side tuck here. You just need to make sure you glue at the top and the bottom so it will stay closed. And then this one, got a little tuck spot here, a little tuck spot here, a little side pocket here. And flashcards are perfect for this prompt because they've already got bold numbers on them. And got a little side tuck here and a little side tuck there. Although, yeah, hopefully things won't fall out too bad. Well, they'll be clipped in. The clip will help. And then we have a double pocket on this side. And a little single pocket on this side. And I'm not decorating them yet. I'm just making the base spaces. That's the whole thing about compartmental making. Oh yeah, I really like how this one turned out with that fun pocket. And then just sticking off the side even just a little bit. And that will be fun on a page. Just clip it on a page. All right, I hope you guys have enjoyed this, and I hope you have a delightful day. Love you. Bye.